I think domestic violence is very, very, very serious. With a little sister that's like my heart, 5 aunties that's beautiful, my mother, and just so much more. I don't know. I just don't get down like that. No type of way. All could feel it. But that brings me to my next point. The homie got beat up by his girl. His old lady, apparently, and this is co-signed by 3 partners, and this has been news for about 3 weeks now. It's like a real thing. And 3 of the partners confirmed his eye was black and his nose was busted. And to top it all off, he called them laws. He called them laws on his girl. This is like the funniest thing I heard all week.
Whoa, welcome to the Best Friend Weekend Podcast. It's your man Aldo NICE.
It's your boy Rog Smuve.
Wow, it's your boy Los, a.k.a. C.A.P.
Rumble just coming out the gate swinging this week, huh?
Hey, with I got a sister.
No pun intended.
Right?
I have a sister who is aggressive and who has had spats, before in her lifetime.
She used to play ball. She got spatted?
No, she didn't get spat. She ran track. She didn't have to get spatted. She didn't wear no socks. So,
She got splatted?
She got that splat?
I don't know what she got. Woo. Relax. I'll shoot all y'all niggas.
That coconut Earl.
Know what I'm saying? But, I can see my sister busting the wrong nigga, busting them up. I don't know about calling them people, though. That's stretch.
Speaking of women domestically violencing, I remember back growing up where we grew up. Shout out to the hometown. This one dude, and it's an urban myth, but it's a real story. This one dude, I'm not even gonna call him out like that, but he was like a very known hood cat when we was growing up. Everybody knew him by initials, right? He walked around with a cast on his arm for like a year and a half.
Damn.
And nobody knew what the cast was for. I found out later in life he was beefing with one of the most thuggish, ruggish, good-hearted ladies, but she will beat your ass.
Lazy bone.
Straight like that. And they said he ran up at her house to beat her up or something. And he opened her door to beat her, and she grabbed his arm, pulled it in the door, and slammed the door on his arm repetitively until she broke it in 36 places. So that's why he had a cast on his arm for all that time. She's about my height, my size.
Oh,
she was
Respucia.
She give you that work. So I don't know if I'm calling the cops, because then that's going to be in the police report that she beat me up like that. And I was trying to break into her house. So in that situation, no. But what Rumble was just referring to sound like just a regular, like they were squaring up.
Okay, my question is, with that situation with a woman, when do you call the laws? Or do you? Do you ever call the laws if a chick you dealing with or your old lady or something turn into that monster that you notice in every woman ever?
If you can't beat her.
Join her.
No, it's not even if you can't beat her. If you can't get away, that's when you call the police. I think that's the only option. If she beating you to the point where you can't leave the situation, then you got to call them laws. I'm in the room and I can't leave out the room, and that
you
thing
can't
just
grab up.
I'm trying to get out and she just beating me.
You can't grab up and toss her nowhere.
I can't see the situation.
Let's talk realistically here. So, the only way that I'm calling them laws is if there's a weapon involved, a weapon that I can't control. So, a gun, a very long knife. I guess you would call it a sword. Something like that. If something that I can't go up to her and grab her arm, or a screwdriver, I'm good. I can handle that. A short knife, I can handle that. I think.
A short knife.
But if you got something long,
I can see you in a put of your own blood, Roger. Short knife is a fool if you're sharp enough. You been stabbed before by a woman?
It would but what I'm saying is it would have to be a woman that's our size, one, and then it would also have to be a woman. She would have to sneak. She would have to get me, I got you from behind, you know what I'm saying? That's how she would have to get me.
So you're saying if Brittany Griner, I know you wouldn't be necessarily hollering at Brittany Griner.
We're talking about women.
Brittany Griner is
Okay.
but she has a service.
Brittany Griner is real life Joanna Man.
Okay,
But anyway,
so let's just say
Joanna Man.
the best female athlete of all time. Let's say
Serena Williams.
Serena, like Serena could probably she'll beat us all in arm wrestling. I think
Easy, bare hand too. Like I think she could choke you up.
yeah. So if Serena's standing at that door with a sharp knife,
So one, Serena's your size.
that's the first part, right? Gotcha.
Okay, so like already lost. All right, so like cool, like I'm calling them laws on Serena. Serena's a weapon within herself.
Gotcha.
So I'm calling them laws.
Yeah.
Venus though, I probably like she got to have the knife or the long knife.
The long.
Nah, I think if Venus just had a regular dad, she long.
She got reach.
Yeah,
She probably
have
get
that
you
reach.
from
long.
She do
and
have
she's
that
strong
reach, but I
too.
still think I could get her. She a little frail, so I still think I can get her.
I think she got like Crohn's disease or lupus or something. So you might could get
It's not that bad. She got something, but she still
sickle cell.
no, not sickle cell. That's serious. Mom had sickle cell.
I feel like she got one of them,
no, she got something.
and you got asthma.
I got asthma, but that's different than sickle cell and Crohn's.
Just turn off the air.
All I need is a little cognac, and I'm good. But I got a confession. I actually got stabbed in high school by a chick. Prom night. Not gonna go into details because she married and happy now. But yeah, it can
Don't
happen.
go into
to
details, Charlamagne.
It can
Let
happen.
me ask you, did you call them laws?
No, hell nah. I went to another chick hotel room. She took.
So you
care
must
of
have
me
just
and,
got grazed. Like, did you go to the other chick's room with the knife still in you? Like, how
Who
much
leaves
did
a
you
knife
get
in
stabbed?
them, Roger? You
I mean, I
watch
don't know if
movies?
it might have been
No,
so
she
real.
caught-
If
she
you pull it
caught
out,
me
it's
on my
gonna
leg.
bleed more.
Yeah, she caught me on my
In your
leg.
femoral artery.
Yeah, she caught me on my leg like right here.
She caught you on that Sean Taylor daddy, huh?
It was like it was a she stole it was like a knife you poke meat with. It had the two little prongs on it, and then the little edges. She just caught me in my leg right here. I still got the scar.
Did
If I
it
show it
go
to you,
in you or did
my
it
meat.
go by you? Is what I'm asking.
It hit me, and then I grabbed it and like, watch out.
Okay.
So I just held some shit. I mean, it ain't go through the
Flesh
white meat.
wound.
Yeah.
But she tried to get me. You know what I mean? In high school,
Cool.
because I was reading Bibles to everybody. You know, trying to save lives.
I mean, that's one of the advantages of being a man who has a little bit of size on him. Women don't necessarily have never really tried me in that way.
You haven't talked to the right women. Before.
Well, you're right. You are right
You
about
haven't talked to the wrong woman.
I got a good crazy detector, I think.
Yeah.
I've been able to steer clear of outwardly crazy women
I'll-
no reason crazy.
Let me interject. So I want to say this. So I think, like generally speaking, right? Because I'm only speaking in generalities. Most of the time, the man gonna be taller than his old lady. Like that's usually the way it goes. So I feel the same way you feel because I usually date girls that are shorter than me and smaller than me. And I would think the same for you. So the way that you feel about, that's an advantage of being a larger man. I feel like a larger man when it comes to most of the women that I date.
Yeah, but I know a lot of dudes who are in the regular dude, like an average height would be 5'9". That's like average height.
Yeah.
I feel like they got women that's 5'9". So I feel like if you're just a
Definitely.
little bit under average height, like 5'7", dude, you run that possibility of having you a big 5'8". Who ready to...
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, I run the possibility of having a woman that's 5'9", and I'm 5'9", but I just don't necessarily look for women that's 5'9". That's not usually the women that I approach.
I feel like dudes who talk to chicks old, like bigger than them like that, or taller than them, they always make sure they have a handle, they might be abusive, or like short dudes always have a complex, whether it's with men or women.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I mean? He might be rough up to, trying to deter her spirits early on. You know what I mean? Just to make sure, like, look here, I know you way taller than me barefoot or on your knees. Don't try me because I'll punch you while you sleep.
Like that. It's interesting, man. So I want to start off by saying a little bit about last week. We did get some feedback last week. A lot of people who were the word they used, they said our conversation was had some cringeworthy moments in there.
Oh yeah.
Where they were like, ooh, y'all are processing in real time your thoughts about rape culture.
Yeah.
And you're just telling the truth, but it's kind of still like icky to hear guys talk about it. That's interesting. Shout out to everybody who listened and gave some feedback. I kind of felt like a little bit of it it's kind of like that phenomenon of Kaepernick kneeling, that sometimes you miss the point of why he was kneeling.
Mm.
So in that way, I think sometimes people might have missed the point of the conversation we were trying to have.
Mm.
And it was just, at its simplest point, we were saying, when is it okay to make jokes about things?
Yeah.
It's really what we were trying to work through more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Not trying to demean the seriousness of the allegations that have been out about certain people.
I thought we said that. I think
we did. I think it just took us a while to get there, though.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like saying, with all due respect, and then saying something that's very disrespectful, but then saying, well, I said with all due respect. You know,
I mean, like I don't even look at it that way. I think everything has some form of comedy to it. You know what I mean? I mean, all seriousness, you know, we look at some people in this world who are very sick or have ailments or disabilities, and some of that stuff they do is funny. I mean, like, well, those guys are popular. Like Laterio, what's his name? Terrio, the little fat.
Oh, Laterio.
He is hilarious, and he is extremely like diabetic times.
Wings is funny.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Diabetic times 20. You know what I mean? So some of those things are funny.
I mean, y'all, the same people who like, man, y'all can't be laughing at that. Y'all be sitting there laughing at A-Town and Snacks.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
A-Town is retarded.
No, he is slower than slow.
It's not even slow. He is handicapped retarded, and y'all are following him on social media and laughing when he talking about some.
Yeah,
what you said?
Trying to get in his section,
taking pictures with him, twerking on him.
Yeah, in the hotel room. With him.
And the other,
talking about the birds are chirping.
Yeah, and made him have sex with a tranny.
That happened.
Yeah, remember the first time it came out, the little tranny with the big old booty. He was like trying to, this all vagina, and he pulled it out.
Oh yeah, you saw the
and that big old lemon hit the floor.
That wang came.
Yeah, out. So you know what I mean, it's listen, it's funny, it's coming and everything. We just so happen to see it first, and and if you just listen longer, we'll come around to the serious part of it.
It's the general idea that this podcast a lot of times feels like you're involved in listening to a conversation you might not should listen to, and I think that's a little bit of the allure of it.
That's exactly what it is.
That we this is the stuff that people talk about,
but
it's not necessarily everybody talks about. Yeah. Not everybody's cracking jokes like we do.
Yeah,
but you hearing the real.
I also think I want to thank y'all for being and I think I kind of consider myself being a nice person too, but y'all are nicer than me. I don't think that the podcast is geared, for me, in my perspective, to people that don't want to listen to the podcast. Like, if we say what we want to say, like we this is a podcast. Yeah. It's got a category. It's got a genre. You know, it's got hosts. It's got guests. Like this is it. And what we talk about is what we want to talk about. I mean, I think that we kind of stay respectful for the most part, and most of the time we might be tasteless with our comedy to some people, but I still think that it's our podcast and we just saying what's on our minds.
Yeah, I think it's a conversation that everybody has. They just not as public or as open as we are with it.
Shout out to our last few podcasts, because what we did 600 listens on the 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
we're up over 200 from last week.
Hey, tell a friend, so we get that G. We
keep it moving, man. People out there listening, keep listening, man. It's a good deal, man.
Then we're gonna come with the video next. Y'all watch out, man. It's coming.
So I want to slide back to a little bit of what, I mean, we were gonna go in a certain order, but I think Rumble set us up to go here, man. This podcast is brought to you by Rumble per usual.
20-minute worth of Rumble.
We're gonna talk about some stories about sports, but it's not gonna all be sports. It's gonna be about society, and it's going to be about how people look at certain things. But it's a lot of sports stories this week that have been kind of drumming up in the media. And the first one I want to talk about is Urban Meyer. So I hate Urban Meyer. I don't know if y'all know how much I hate Urban Meyer. Yeah, I hate Urban Meyer because this is my take on Urban Meyer. And for those of y'all who don't know, Urban Meyer is the coach of the Ohio State Buckeyes.
I say the.
Before that, he had took a sabbatical, but before that, he was the coach of the Florida Gators.
Tim Tebow's head coach.
And before that, I think he was at some Bowling Green, maybe
somewhere. Around.
He was at Utah.
Yeah, but was he at Bowling Green before Utah?
I don't know.
Okay, definitely at Utah.
Utah was Alex Smith, you know.
Yeah, so that's kind of why I hate him, because it was Alex Smith, then it was Tim Tebow. He had Cam Newton. He went to Then it's like JT Barrett and whatever. And what I really started hating him was a couple of years ago when all them quarterbacks was getting hurt. And I just was like, you just out here like, I'm just going to run these niggas till they break. And then I'm going to put another one in there. And run that nigga till he break too.
That's
like, I don't even care about y'all's safety. I'm getting the biggest niggerest person and I'm giving him a direct snap. And I'm saying, run that bitch until you like Boog and Miles. You remember on Friday Night Lights? That was the craziest quote in that whole movie. When they was like, just give him the ball. That big nigger's not gonna break. Like it's that, like that.
That's not what he was.
Yeah, that's how he.
A lot of boys got hurt just off getting hurt, just like randomly.
So you don't think running that bitch 37 times a game with your quarterback ain't gonna hurt him?
They weren't running 37 times a game. 12, yes, maybe 15. But not
JT Barrett definitely ran a game over 25 times one game last season.
If you show it to me, I'll give you $1.
That's why he poo cheese for the Saints now. Because he got all them miles on him. But anyway, that's who Urban Meyer is. Let me tell you about what happened though. Right now he's on paid administrative leave with the potential that he's going to get fired. Huge story because Ohio State football is probably without a doubt, the most successful athletic program in the state of Ohio. It's more than Cleveland and Cincinnati and any sport. And fuck that.
Big facts.
Cleveland, outside of LeBron, it's all
D1 football. That's a top 5 school.
So last month, Zach Smith, that used to be one of his coordinators, was charged with criminal trespass stemming from an incident on May 12th when he was dropping off his son at his wife Courtney's apartment complex. Courtney says Zach violated a shared parenting plan by coming to her residence. His lawyer said that his client was never arrested and pleaded not guilty to the 4th-degree misdemeanor, contending that he did not violate the parenting plan. In an interview with Stadium, Courtney said that Zach's repeated violations of the terms of their divorce prompted her to go public about years of alleged abuse. So they go back. And they say the first big thing happened in 2009 when he was at Florida. He's been following Urban Meyer around. He's been like his assistant coach for a while. Yeah. In 2009, he was beating his wife at Florida. And Urban Meyer found out about it, and they kind of brushed it under the rug. In 2015, it happened again at Ohio State. And now, when the big thing came out, they asked him about it. They asked Urban Meyer about it. He's like, I didn't know nothing about the 2015. I heard about the 2009. And that's where he got in trouble. Because, the receipts started coming out where they was like, your wife, the woman said she talked to your wife about it. And you, everywhere you go, you say, my wife is my best friend. She's my confidant. We talk about everything. So if your wife know, then you had to know. Why didn't y'all do anything? And, they hit him up with, basically the lack of institutional control.
That's crazy.
That's the shit that Sean Payton got suspended for a whole season for. So it's like a big thing.
That's
right?
Different, though.
So give me your general thoughts on this situation. Just in general, because I got some thoughts. I got thoughts.
Go ahead, Raj. Let me hear you.
Oh, yeah. So, it's fucked up, but that's not that man's business. That man's wife is his best friend. I don't know what Zach Smith and his wife doing. On some real shit. That's not my, I don't know.
I think Roger said it pretty cool. My whole thing is this though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna put it. One of y'all boys. If I find out one of y'all boys was you know what I'm saying, was in here Mayweather and your old lady or whatever. I'll be like, look here, bro. You got to stop that. I would. If I'm in the house, I'm not gonna sit there while you in the back beating her ass. No. I'm gonna knock on the door politely or be like, hey man, relax, chill out, whatever. I'm not gonna let you beat her while I'm there. But if I hear you're beating her, I might mention it, hey man, you got to stop this shit. But I'm not calling them laws. You know what I mean?
Who's to say Urban Meyer didn't mention it to that man and say, hey Zach, look,
I be beating
my wife told me that your old lady be hitting her up, saying you be beating her.
You got to chill out
with
what's wrong with you? Yeah, I'm gonna have a conversation with you. You know what I mean? But am I gonna call the laws? No, you my friend.
And then what happened if Zach Smith said, "Man, I'm not beating my wife"? Then she lying.
I got to roll with that.
Because that's usually what happens when crime.
I'm saying if I've never seen his wife with black eyes or busted lips or bruises, who said that man lying?
But even in that situation, how do I know she didn't fall? I don't know.
You one of them niggas? Nah, I'm not one of them niggas. If my old lady tell me, Al, you Roger was beating his wife, and y'all wife came around me with black eyes and busted lip, I'm gonna be like, nigga,
you're right about that. You're right. No, you absolutely right. And I feel you on that. I probably wouldn't be the one to call the police.
I'm not calling people.
I would have to speak.
I won't say no go to jail,
but I'll speak to that man.
And then if it get, I'll be like, hey, you need to leave him. I tell you, if she come to me, I'll be like, hey, baby, go and leave the nigga. Fuck.
So this podcast is brought to you by Big Q. Shout out Big Q. I was just talking to him on the phone before we started the podcast, and he said, man, it's getting to the point where you can't even know nobody who beating women. Like, you can't even know nobody who beating women. Which is
crazy.
Okay, so we talk about rape culture, and we talk about, like, this is 20 freaking 18, man. Yeah. 2017, if that was the year of the Me Too. 2018, we are in postmodern society where you can't do the stuff you used to could do.
No.
You can't Bill Cosby nobody with no pills.
Which is not
you
right.
I mean, not to say that you... Okay, yes, I'm not... Before I even start...
No, I was just saying, none of it's right.
Yeah, none of this is right.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that when in the 99s when we grew up, the 90s when we grew up, man, there was plenty of... And probably even more when people talk about the 80s. There's plenty of stories of people doing stuff that now is not like frats running around and having these wild parties, picking up chicks and
putting their vaginas on their face.
Or watch Animal House or something or one of those movies. It's like a rape clinic.
No, definitely. Wow, you just said Animal House. Do you remember what's the nerd? Revenge of the Nerds.
Revenge of the Nerds.
They put a camera in the women's bathroom or in the like the sorority's bathroom, and it was like, oh my God, we want Bush, and so they all got to see Bush.
Yeah. You busted nut to that?
No, I mean, no. I'm saying, like, even
he jacked out to that.
He did not jack off.
You jacked out to that before?
Maybe.
No, I didn't.
Just
jack
a little bit.
You just played with it.
Let's not talk about if.
So we was watching. We was watching. No, what's that show? Made Men. Like there was an episode of Made Men, like when they used to run around, they was chasing women down in the office. Yeah. Like, what kind of panties are you wearing? And they like slammed her to the ground and pulled up her panties so they could all see it. I mean, basically society changes in a way where now women have a voice, and now that repercussions are happening, people aren't doing the same fuck shit that they're doing. Now, we're going to talk about a lot of things on this podcast today. Yeah. This one's going to get a little deep. We're going to talk about how, women are, in a lot of respects, getting more respect than murdered black people are. But I mean, it just is what it is. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to kind of separate the two.
White women are.
Well, black women too, in a sense.
Some respect.
But let me just put it this way.
Shout out white women, or I love y'all. Relax.
If saying that you can't even know somebody who beaten a woman means that everybody, all of us involved, are going to be more proactive about stopping that from happening, then that's not a bad thing. That's a fucking great thing, right? Yeah. Like, if the rule is, and it looks like that's where the line is shifting to now, that if I know you beating a woman, and I don't tell somebody or help stop that situation, then I'm just as complicit as you are. Now, I know that this is a special case because he's the boss, right?
It's like being in a car with somebody doing a drive-by. Yeah. You ain't pulled a trigger and they kill 3 people, you accessory to murder.
Well, I mean, but that's a little different. He's not even at the house while he's beating that woman.
I'm saying it's like.
Yeah. If
I know somebody who was beating that old lady ass on a regular and I don't say nothing, I'm an accessory to...
You're complicit. And if that's where the goalpost is getting moved to, that's not a bad... It's crazy, but it's just...
It's not the worst thing in the world.
It's not the worst thing in the world.
I think you put pressure on people who don't have shit to do with it.
Yeah.
I feel like now
they're getting people business.
Yeah, it make you not mind your business.
Now, since we're talking about it, I'm looking at Ohio State, and I'm looking at... I don't know if this was their motive in putting that man on paid administrative leave, but the way that I'm looking at it now is, I know that in my past, I've distanced myself from certain people for doing certain things, like or what their habits are, whatever those things are. Why was it so hard? Now, I mean, maybe you say, "Oh, he's a damn good coach." He might say some stuff like that. But bro, they got a whole bunch of coaches out there that's not beating their wife. So like, why was it such an important thing for Urban Meyer to like be so close to this one dude? Like, I guess I kind of get it from that perspective. Like, why are you still hanging around this guy? We can't as an organization or as a company, as a school, have you represent our school if you're gonna keep on supporting this dude, beating after beating.
So yeah, it's not like somebody goes to your job, Roger, and says, Los was beating his old lady, and you on a podcast with Los, so you fired. It's like you were at like one store working with Los, and then you get a job as being the boss at another store, and you bring Los with you, and Los doing wild stuff, and you his boss. Like, stop bringing Los around here, man. Yeah, Los, like you the boss, you the hiring person. Don't hire Los.
Like, enough with that. Don't hire Los shit. But that shit sound real.
I'm gonna make sure I take that sound bite out. Los beating his woman. Yeah, don't hire Los.
Hey, look, I don't do that.
Don't hire Los.
I got a daughter. But my thing is, I feel like at some point, I believe it has to be a narrative where if that's my nigga or somebody I truly deal with or fuck with, it's like, look here, bro. If I see the proof, because you can hear things all you want. You hear, like, if you friends with people, you can hear about their relationship all day long. But if you don't see it, like, every time I keep going back to the example that if one of you guys are beating your old lady and I don't never see her black and blue, who's to say y'all really beating her? You know what I mean? I've never seen evidence. I just hear it. But when I hear it from myself or I see something from myself, I'm going to address you. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, dog, this cannot happen. But if I don't, I think
the realistic thing is that like everybody in America, Ohio State, they're not stupid. Like, we know you know. Like, okay, cool. Like, I mean, you might have a lawsuit on your hands because maybe there's no proof that you know. But like, how wrong is it that you know and that you just keep on hiring this dude? Like, that's really not cool. Like if we all in a position right now to give somebody a pretty good reference for something. Yeah. Like, somebody can put us down as a reference. Like, have you ever told somebody, nah, don't use my name? Like, I have done that before. Yes, like, this is the person that Urban Meyer should have said, nah, bro. You like I can't.
He ain't have to use Urban name for you. He ain't have to use his name because in football when your head coach come, he just brings people. He does the hiring and the firing of his own.
This dude get paid. This dude gets paid by Ohio State.
He like
so without Urban Meyer, this guy don't have a job at Ohio State.
Huh? Yeah, of course.
$200,000.
Without Urban Meyer, he does not have a job at Ohio State.
So that means that Urban Meyer is his reference to Ohio State.
Yes,
and he shouldn't be. Like,
but does he deserve
have this guy following you?
But does Urban Meyer deserve to get fired?
Okay, my question is, do you hire all of your homeboys, even the ones you know who be doing fucked up stuff?
No.
Okay, so then Urban Meyer does deserve to be fired for that. Then you deserve to be fired for hiring people who ain't shit.
But I would hire my homeboy if you hire that homeboy.
Forget the concept of domestic abuse. I mean, that's what happened.
Yeah.
But like, let's say it's your homeboy who steal a bunch of shit.
Hire him. I'm not hiring nobody who.
But you're gonna hire somebody who beat his wife.
If I never saw it, I don't know.
But you don't know. But we didn't know B was stealing or not. Ooh. We have to edit that.
We didn't know.
Yeah, we get it.
We didn't know. But I mean, at the same time, we didn't know a guy that we used to hoop with. We didn't know that he was out here bad. We didn't at all. I didn't have a clue. Y'all hung with him more than me. But the thing about it is, but no one.
You never know. You always believe your friends, man. Until it has to be an overwhelming amount of evidence for you to not believe your friends.
That's all I'm saying. Maybe Irvin, he didn't see the overwhelming amount of evidence. If she never called the police,
she did. It's 2-3 cases. Man.
Oh, it's cases out.
Man was beating his wife. He's putting paws on her. Moral of the story is you should have hired Corey Raymond. Now let's look at the next story I'm going to. You need a deep coordinator. All right, go next part of the story. Let's talk about. I'm gonna shift gears a little bit.
That's fucked up though.
This some today stuff. Like literally, just now we were seeing stuff. Madden is about to pop, right? Or Madden just dropped, or it's popping, or something like that. I don't know if you saw this yet, right?
It's coming.
Nah.
So the song "Big Bank" is one of the songs on Madden this year.
Big Bank
by YG.
Bank.
Big Bank take Little Bank.
And
ain't that it? That's it, huh?
And Big Sean come on the song and he say, "Feed me to the wolves. Now I'm the leader of the pack and shit. You boys all cap. I'm more like Kaepernick." And guess what they did?
What they do, Roger?
Bleeped out the words Colin Kaepernick from Madden.
Yeah.
Cool.
So Big Sean got on there and said, "It's disappointing and appalling that the NFL and EA took Kaepernick's name out of my verse on Big Bank on Madden 19 like it was a curse word. When he's not a curse, he's a gift. Nobody from my team approved any of this." And I don't know. What do we think about just the general idea that you have to distance yourself so far away from Kaepernick that you're taking his name out of verses of songs that you selected for the game.
Hey, my whole take on it is, are we surprised?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, all right, like this is
at this point. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Right.
Like how am I supposed to feel? It doesn't surprise me.
At all.
Like, so I'm not, I don't feel any way about it. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the NFL just say, well, you know what? Go ahead and take that whole Big Sean verse off.
That's what I was thinking, right? I was just about to say that. I feel like they'd be like, hey, Big Sean, we don't need your black ass.
Yeah.
This is
Matter of
Madden.
fact, Big Bank take Lil Bank, take that little bitty song off, and put the Beatles on this bitch or some shit like that.
U2 up here.
I guess the question isn't necessarily, are you surprised? Because we're definitely not surprised.
And that's sad, though. Like, I feel
I mean, what's his name is on the Saints? Tom Savage. Tom Savage sucks dick.
The whole one.
And
with the ball.
Colin Kaepernick is not in that league. Yeah. So we're not surprised.
No.
I just think it's fucking wild. My first question is YG still gonna cash that check for that song from Madden?
He gonna cash it and put it in all ones.
Bro, you know they got two
He's not gonna cash
people.
that check. He's gonna bash that check. He's gonna bash that back.
He's gonna bash that back.
I think whenever we look at like, let's say the black athletes in the NFL, and I mean I might be a little bit too general, a little bit too vague here, but I'm gonna just put them in two separate categories. They got the ones that's like, fuck it, I'm getting that bag, and they got the ones that's like trying to use their name to, for social issues. I think that they got certain people like that in the rap game too, and I really think that YG is gonna get the bag regardless. Like,
well, YG came out and said it was disappointing and heartbreaking, and he said he had the two little quotes. So YG
I think he said what he was. Okay, so I can say stuff. I can say what I'm supposed to say. But if they take his song, like, then what? Like, they took your song off, you're not getting paid.
Okay. I think. Let's be honest about this whole situation.
Go ahead.
YG he got that big bag, put that out there for us, so we wouldn't stop buying his music or feel no kind of way about him or blow up his Twitter.
He still took that bag.
Yeah, it definitely gonna take that bag. So I mean, I know he didn't do it on purpose or whatever, but look here, don't play Renaissance Man, or Black. No, look, get your money, whatever. It's fucked up. I say whatever, but if you really about the cause,
don't put my song on.
Take your whole song off that thing.
It's big stuff, and it's gonna trend this whole week. It's gonna be big story, and it's probably Stephen A. Smith probably gonna talk about it this week. But you know what? In 2017, last year, Mike Will made a song called "Bars of Soap," and it was on Madden. And it said, the lyrics were, she be hoping that I take a knee like Kaepernick. Yes, they scrubbed that too. Mm-hmm. They took Kaepernick out of that last year too. So Kaepernick has been taken out of lyrics 2 years in a row on Madden. Nobody talked about it last year. This is the bigger thought that I think is just so funny.
Wow.
You know what's funny? If EA Sports is licensing, our NFL is licensing out to EA Sports, that means EA Sports and NFL are together. Right?
They control it.
Let me put some narratives together. You guys are video game players in the past, at least for some time. You remember what's like if you plan a franchise or a season or something. Bear with me. This is a really good point. You'll get your team, and then everybody else get their team. And if your roster's not great, you're gonna think about trades. You're gonna think about drafts. But what's the first thing you're gonna go do? You're gonna go
free agents.
Pick up some free agents.
Yeah.
They got Kaepernick off the game as a free agent too. So he's not even a free agent on the game. My point is just this. If that ain't fucking collusion, like to say we don't want that man in that league, the fact that a video game company that's licensed by the league takes him out of the game, takes his name out of songs on the game, they want him out of the league. That is clear cut. We don't want you in the league. Isn't that the case that he's trying to make?
Here's my rebuttal. To that. So, Deontay Spencer not in the game neither.
But Deontay Spencer was never in that league. Relax.
Cool.
But he balling on ESPN right now. He was on earlier tonight balling. Right. Shout out. And this podcast is brought to you by Deontay Spencer time.
So, this would be the ultimate collusion. Because I could go into create a player and make a nigga named Colin Kaepernick. Right? And make him kind of like how Colin Kaepernick looked.
They're going to erase that.
They're going to erase it.
They're going
They gonna erase it. You can't even spell Kaepernick.
If they don't let me put the N in Colin and the K at the end of Kaepernick,
it's over.
That's collusion.
Colin Kaepernick.
Listen. The whole
you
thing.
can't even wear number 7. You're trying to make your players like 6'8".
Yeah.
6'8".
It's not happening.
That's collusion. 100%.
I think this might be something that they actually probably are going to use that in court. Why wouldn't you?
But my whole thing is, the NFL they lost money. They're trying to blame them losing money on Colin, on kneeling and all that. That's not why he lost money, bro. That's not why he lost money. It's so many other ways to watch NFL and the stream and all those things. And then too, a lot of people just ain't with the extra shit. Like, I just want to watch football. And it's getting softer and softer.
It's
getting softer.
We was just watching the game. They don't even let you run up for kickoffs no more. You got to start in the lane like you running a 40. Like you got to get in a 3-point stance. Like you got to stand like Nick. This podcast is brought to you by Nick Burrows. You got to stand like Nick Burrows and Redeemer Seaton on the 40-yard line. And just run.
It's getting soft. I think that's a lot of reason why people stop watching football. I mean, and people watching just other platforms, they didn't lose no money. They just try to blame it and try to take the narrative and turn the narrative towards him to blackball that.
So let's just say this: people talking about, this is just another. And I'm in a text group, same guys who were giving me blues last week.
Hey man, please put me in a text group.
The next what they said today was just, if y'all not boycotting the NFL now, I don't know what is. I'm going to talk about them throughout this podcast a few times. But my thing is, we'll get to that. But my thing is, how about you do this? How about you boycott Madden?
Yeah.
And you know what? I think if black people boycotted Madden,
it's over.
It's over.
It's over. Because white people don't play Madden like that. They play Fortnite and them other games you got to think about.
Maybe some of the Hispanic dudes would be playing.
A lot of them.
But then every game would be Cowboys versus Cowboys.
Yeah. No, Cowboys versus Texans.
Cowboys versus Texans.
In Oakland. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Mexicans. Y'all listen, if I ever had a team, I would put it in a Mexican.
The funniest thing is that
whole house is their team.
The Cowboys gonna take. Please Google this if you haven't. Cowboys gonna take it this year's starter pack. Oh my God, that is hilarious. It's like the old school Cowboys jersey with their fucking stars on the shoulders, some jean shorts, some blue Jordan 12s, and a little Mexican haircut. And you have seen that person.
Hey,
we're gonna take it this year, SA.
Look, in my school, where my
Tony
job,
Romo is actually Hispanic.
When they come from
Los, do you Mexican boy?
Hola, ¿cómo está? Hola, we gonna take it this year.
Sounds like he works at a Chinese restaurant.
A Chinese
Hola,
restaurant.
¿cómo está, niño?
All right, let me. Since we're talking about the Cowboys, I want to just move to the Cowboys a little bit. Dak was in the news this week. Shout out Shreveport.
No, nigga from Halton.
In the house
nigga not
tonight.
from Shreveport. No, he's from Halton. That boy has never been to a Shreveport 500. That boy's from Halton, bro. That boy's from Halton, dog.
All right, so Dak Prescott said that he never thought about protesting because football is his place of peace, and this is not the place. And he just stood up for everything Jerry Jones was saying this week about his players will stand, and Dak was like, yes, I'll stand. So everybody kind of accused him of like caring about that bag, like Roger said, 2 categories. Caring about that bag more than he cares about the cause. And the game, LA Confidential tweeted earlier, he was like, congratulations, Dak. You might as well throw on that MAGA hat. Congratulations is funny. It's very funny, though. Yeah. Congratulations. But I read an interesting article that phrased it this way. It's easy to call Dak the coon. Mm-hmm. It is. But I saw it phrased this way, which I thought was very interesting. They said Dak is every black dude in corporate America. Mm. And I'll give you one testimonial to let you know what I'm referring to.
You got a couple of your testimonials.
I was at an Astros game with work. I had about 80 teachers I brought up to the Astros game a couple of weeks ago. Mm-hmm. We all at Reliance Stadium. I'm sorry, not Reliance Stadium, Minute Maid Park. We have this extra room that's to the side, and we're in like it's a little banquet type situation. I'm up there talking in front of the teachers, and I'm kind of doing what I do right here. I'm freestyling, but I'm being real professional. I'm being like, hey guys, we're gonna have We're going to have an exceptional time. Like, this is going to be a great year, guys. And I think that everyone's going to do awesome. And you guys are going to rock. And I was,
that's exactly how you talk, too. Hey, I've been in his job before. I was like, hey, man, stop talking to me like that.
I'm like,
ain't nobody here.
And you know who's going to be the biggest beneficiary? Your kids. Yeah. Your students are going to be awesome. So, I was in that mode, right?
He loves awesome.
So I went, I sat down, I'm at a table. And everybody's having like frolicking and we're having some food. And all of a sudden I turn around and people are standing up and I'm like, why are they standing? And I look and the national anthem's happening at the baseball game. So like half of the room is standing up and the whole room, half that I'm sitting in is not standing up because some of them don't notice that it's happening and others notice but they're like, I'm not standing for the anthem. Yeah. What I look like? I look around, I look to my left, I look to my right, and I stand up. Hold up. And I just put my head straight down. And I got like my head, I got my chin in my chest. So you can't see my face. And I'm just laughing. Cause I'm like, dog, if my partners could see me right now, they would be like, look at this. I mean, you went to a Sugarland Skeeters game with me one time. We was over there at the game and I was just sitting down laughing at people. Then the anthem was playing. I was like, I ain't standing up for the anthem. But I was at work. I'm at work. Like, I'm at work. I have to stand up. So then I'm like, damn, how can I ever judge any of these players? Now, I can judge a Dak Prescott for coming out and saying, hey, that's just not my place. Now, if somebody asked me, I wouldn't have been like, hey, yeah, man, I'm standing for the anthem because, I'm at work. This isn't the place for that. I would have never did that. I wouldn't have volunteered that information. But I can't hate on Michael Thomas for the Saints for standing up for the national anthem. No. So he could maybe get an endorsement or something. Yeah. And like everybody don't. And I know we were at that place last year.
Yeah, we were.
Where it was like, if you're not standing, you're a coon.
Yeah.
We can't be at that place.
You're a coon.
Yeah.
I think all of us at work are different people. I know I am. I'm a very different person at work. I.e., I talk to the person who's over the entire district a lot. So I don't talk to him like I talk on here. So, but if you tell me you're going to stand for the pledge or you need to stop for the pledge, and if they ask me about it, my answer going to be like, hey man, that man write my checks, dog. I feed my family. You know what I mean? Unless you have some other income for me.
So I want to throw this in here because what I'm thinking about, like the part that I'm hinging on, is bro. I think that Colin Kaepernick. I'm looking at what I just researched was Colin Kaepernick contract. Colin Kaepernick got the bag before he started kneeling. Dak Prescott's still in his rookie contract. Dak Prescott can't afford to support, social injustice. He can't do that just yet. I'm sure he can because he make more money than a whole bunch of people, but he don't have Colin Kaepernick money just yet. So he not there yet. So that's probably what I would say too. But if I got the bag and I got enough money to be secure for the rest of my life and be rich, very wealthy for the rest of my life, like Colin Kaepernick is, then maybe I'm doing some stuff like that.
And part of it is that
it's the verbiage, I believe.
You don't want the ruckus to come along with it. Now I take that and I with a grain of salt because at my job, me kneeling for the anthem isn't gonna just have this big implication where millions of people are gonna be like, "Oh, that was a great thing." It'll be 80 people noticing that I'm kneeling and my boss, and they'll be like I'll probably get a bunch of fists and high five from about 25 black people, and I might get brought into the office to have a talk.
Your boss not that bad.
I don't think she would. I don't think
she would be like, "Hey, just watch who you do it in front of."
Yeah, she'd probably be cool.
Your boss cool.
But still, you understand black men in America. It's cold.
I mean, I think it's the verbiage and how you get up and handle it. And again, he's a youngster. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of pressure for a guy to come in on a rookie contract, like Roger stated, for a team who
hates black people.
Exactly. It's a slave mentality team. Go ahead, do your thing. It's a slave mentality team. And you stupid. But I mean, it's a slave mentality team, and they got a slave owner, and
he got a slave owner. Yeah, he's like called a slave master.
Yeah, slave masters. I was trying to make it.
Got you.
Yeah, trying to make it slavery and
ownership.
Thank you.
NFL
slave owner.
I see what you did there.
All right, cool. But at the same time, man, look, my mom, old trash ass white lady. Ooh, that sounds. Shit, old white lady, whatever. I need to take care of my mom and my
Ain't his mama died or something?
His mom ain't died, did she?
Dak Prescott mom. I thought she had.
Sure.
No, she alive. She's sick though. I mean, she not traveling. I'm just saying, she an old white lady.
She ain't got like lupus or
Nah,
something.
yeah,
She ain't got black people shit.
No, she ain't got asthma or nothing. But you know what I'm saying? She an old white lady. You know, you gotta take care of your
What do
mama,
old
man.
white people get? Cancer?
No, they get skin disease, and they
Parkinson's.
get shingles.
They get Alzheimer's and shit too.
They get shingles. Nah, black folk get Alzheimer's too.
But, yeah, but
White folk get shingles,
shingles,
and they get it's one more thing.
scabies.
Scabies. They get stuff like that.
They get lice.
Lice definitely, and extra sunburn
And the bottom of their feet, for some odd reason, be dirty.
because they don't never wear socks or slippers.
They just be walking outside barefoot.
Yes, especially in the
Yeah,
country.
so
He from the
just
country.
update: Dak Prescott mom's is actually dead.
Okay,
So,
I thought. Oh,
So yeah,
Hey, my
this
bad.
podcast is brought to you
My
by Dak Prescott.
and his mother, R.I.P.
And-
R.I.P.
Didn't
Peggy
mean nothing by
Prescott.
it. I'm just saying.
I mean, y'all was just talking last week. Y'all was just talking about
Right.
that woman Floyd Mayweather got killed,
Yeah,
and it was okay to laugh about it, but
Yeah.
y'all laughing about
I
Dak
didn't, I
Prescott.
didn't laugh about that, but all I'm saying is he got to take care of his family. He got a family to take care of, and you know it's more than just football for him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he playing the puppeteer. If he get a big contract, he'll make it happen.
Well, I could have sworn he just said that he don't have a family to take care of.
And I say he do. Oh no, he got sisters. He got a sister, a brother, something.
it's, you know that man life. You done read his. You read his book. It's New York Times bestseller.
Who got a book? What?
Dak Prescott.
Let's go to the next subject because I feel like I feel like you guys.
Because these boys don't know how to Dak.
These boys don't know how to Dak. These boys is dacking up in here, huh?
I definitely. All I'm saying is this.
I feel like if he's from Louisiana, honestly, he should definitely have a stake in Tropical Isle in New Orleans daiquiris, and he should have like a daiquiri, like called daiquiri. And
Definitely.
I think that thing will sell out, and it'd be blue, cutting like Cowboys colors. Daiquiris.
Daiquiris is nice.
Or just don't have a stake in that. Like, don't buy a franchise them. Just open up your own shit, like
All-
daiquiris.
Or he can start a clothing line called Dak Up.
Dak up?
Ack Up? Dak Up?
No, I wanted that to be better.
Yeah.
Right, Roger. I wanted that one to be better.
Yeah, it should have been a little bit better than that.
Yeah. We'll think about it. He should open up a clothing store called Dak's Fifth Ave. Like that.
Maybe so.
Like that way.
We act up at home. We act up.
Yeah, Dak and the
Dak
fool.
up.
Yeah, I got you.
We act
All right. One more big story before we get into
Whoa,
the thing we really want to
whoa.
get into. Oh, Lamar Jackson is in there
he's
running.
playing.
Oh, Lamar Jackson
Lamar
is
Jackson
running.
playing.
Okay.
All right.
We need to watch that. Anyway, LeBron James. I Promise School. Shout out per usual. This podcast brought to you by LeBron James. The I Promise School came out, and this was the meme, not the meme, the post that was out. Everyone saw it. It was on everything. Everybody reposted it. Free tuition, uniforms, bicycle, and a helmet. He wants y'all boys to be safe. Transportation within 2 miles, breakfast and lunch and snacks, pantry for families, GEDs and job placement for services for parents, guaranteed tuition to the University of Akron for every student who graduates. It was a really big thing. I think he's starting 3rd or 5th grade, something like that.
3rd and 4th.
And the thing is, there's like a direct correlation between kids' test scores at that grade level and prison pipeline.
It's all 8-risk kids.
So he's got a good idea. He's got some smart people behind him.
In front of
So
him.
shout out.
Big shout out.
Who's running that bitch though? Who's running that school? You think?
Cortez. No, that's not Cortez. What is Maverick Carter?
Maverick them?
No, Maverick.
No, I think he picked somebody.
No, it's not Maverick.
No,
Carter.
he picked somebody who somebody told him was good at education.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like
He brought somebody in.
as much as we talk about Brian on this podcast, and this is this much bullshit, but really all bullshit aside, LeBron James should have hired me to run that school.
You should have
Okay.
applied.
I didn't know it was happening.
Let's
Gotta keep your ear to the ground.
Let's pivot. And,
No, I'm just
That
being
probably
fucking
was
dead.
no
I'm being
secret.
dead ass.
But real talk,
dead
I don't-
ass.
Real
don't
talk,
doubt
though,
you can
that
run a
probably
school.
was no secret. Like, you just had to pay attention a little.
I just have to pay attention.
That's
Yeah, I
all.
don't doubt you
It's
can
not
run
like
a school,
it's not like they had a big old satin sheet in the middle of Cleveland or Akron or wherever the school is at, and then they just pulled it off on July 13th and was like, I promise. That's what this has been this whole time. Like, this shit.
I promise,
Shit
though.
probably, I promise, yo. I'm gonna show you. You know, What is that school? What is that behind that sheet? I promise.
I don't know what it is. I don't know, but they got buses in front of it.
But you know what though? I think the person running the school
Why
is
LeBron James always there.
Why is he always?
They bringing it. It must be a gym.
Yeah. Oh, he was working out.
Yeah, must be.
But I feel like it has to be somebody from the district though, because it's in the district. It's not like a private school. So it's in the, I think they picked a principal or something to run it, and they probably have a.
So if LeBron James was from like Houston, like if there was a Rashard Lewis, I Promise School, then I could maybe get in the conversation. I would have definitely known.
And I think seriously, if you put in a really good email with of course your resume is real good, send it off. I bet you you're gonna get something.
I could get there, but they would make me teach.
Yeah,
they wouldn't let me be like the AP or the principal or nothing.
You got to know people.
How you know? They might. I mean,
I'm telling you from experience.
I could be the STEM coordinator for that bitch.
That's go what I was saying though. You can have a whole.
Do it.
Because you can have a whole.
Hey, people who listening, y'all started. We need an email campaign. Start emailing I Promise schools and say y'all know a young, successful STEM coordinator in the Houston area who doesn't want to go anywhere. Boss.
But will.
But hey, if Brian need me.
I promise.
Hey, I promise I'll be back. Promise I'll be back.
I promise I'll be there.
So, within this story, the funniest part of this story to me is that Jalen Rose went on TV this week.
Yeah, was hating.
Mad.
Big mad. Oh, you mad.
But guess what? I don't blame that nigga at all. Jalen Rose, listen, one of my inspirations, there's like 3 podcasts. I don't know if I ever talk about this. 3 podcasts that I listened to before we started a podcast. One of them was the Bill Simmons podcast, everything on The Ringer, everything on Grantland. I was huge on that. But one of the other, and I listened to The Right Time with Bomani Jones, so I listened to a lot of sports podcasts. But one I definitely listened to and watched it when it was on TV was Jalen and Jacoby.
Yeah, I always watched them.
Jalen Rose always talks about the Jalen Rose Leadership Academy in Detroit. Mm-hmm. He's been having that school since 2011. I can kind of see why he would be like,
nah.
Oh, so now nigga, y'all want to be hyped because the nigga got a school?
Nah, let's be honest. But let's be honest though.
But here's the difference though.
I was about to say, tell him the difference, Rog.
He's not LeBron James.
He definitely ain't.
But it's not even that much. It's what LeBron is offering. If you leave his school and do well, you are guaranteed a
Jalen Rose ain't got that bag like that.
Ride to a college.
No, but that's dope, and I feel you. Like the benefits.
No, that's more than dope, bro. That is
okay. Well, super dope. So
that's
like,
the Jetsons.
whatever the word you want to use is awesome, right? I think it's super awesome that LeBron is doing this. But the fact that LeBron James opened up a school, like it would have been like if I don't know, maybe this happened if Magic Johnson would have opened up like a hospital or something like that back in the day. You know what I'm saying? This shit would have been.
Oh my god! That's why people be talking about it.
If Michael Jordan would have opened up a casino,
I got you.
A morgue,
right? Or Michael Jackson would have opened up a daycare, like like the narrative.
Michael Jackson opened up a daycare. Oh shit! I get you. I got
Bill
you.
Cosby opened up a nightclub. Like there's
right.
that we can go with.
Yeah, O.J. Simpson would have opened up a trauma center. I get where you go.
Or a knife shop.
A knife shop.
O.J. selling knives.
Yeah, man.
Garden gloves.
Not only is he fast, he's sharp.
He's sharp. He's a sharp individual as well, man. I can see Jalen Rose feeling away. It's like if something I've been doing, like honestly, it's like I used to have this boys club, right? At the middle school I used to teach at. And it was like the first of its kind, middle school boys. We took them boys out to D.C. We were doing all kind of crazy stuff. This started in 2007.
I hear this hate coming right now.
About 2 years later, a cat at another school in the district.
It wasn't 2 years later.
Started up a boys club called Making Great Men. And then he wins Teacher of the Year in the district and in the whatever. Relax. And they're like, oh, C.A.P. Oh, he started this boys club. I'm like, bitch, I started boys club 2 years ago. Facts. It numbers facts. But C.A.P. We can look that up.
Hey, y'all relax. Don't look that up.
But I ain't saying
free
tuition or some shit like that.
Yeah, he had free tuition and donuts and shit.
Free tuition to university.
I definitely had all
to the middle school. Yeah, to the middle school of your choice.
Hey, I'm putting. Hey, no, we had free tuition and we was feeding them Olive Garden.
Yeah,
like we ain't had sponsors.
I took them boys to DC. You ain't never took them little regular boys to DC.
I'm not taking them boys to DC. Number one, We couldn't afford it. Number 2, we did better stuff in DC.
This podcast is brought to you by the Harry, because the Harry actually helped to pay for DC. He got his job to sponsor them.
Yeah, we tried stuff. We
that's
took
fire.
them to a couple places. We went to San Antonio, and we did a college tour of Texas. I did some stuff with that guy did some stuff with his kid.
That guy you talking to? Talking about?
They got his stuff.
All right.
We
We late in the podcast. I want to get to the stuff we want to get to. It's time. It's football. We've been talking sports.
Lego.
The Saints draft. We've been talking about this for a while. So this is what we want to do. Every football season, when we watch the Saints, and we watch the Saints religiously, and we not boycotting the NFL. Sorry, guys. We love the Saints.
But we do boycott the NFL. We only watch the Saints.
No. Speak for yourself. You're we. When you say we, you mean you.
He said we don't ever. He said there will be. Me and Raj talked about this the other day. It would have to be a situation where like the Saints came out and said we're getting rid of all black people on the team and some other wild shit, and then we wouldn't fuck with the Saints. It'd have to be harsh.
What I'm saying is we only watch the Saints.
We really do only watch the Saints hard, like. But anyway,
typically, but cool.
So
I want to watch more games than the Saints.
In years past, we had our Saints player that we always like. Oh, that's my dog. For me, for like the last 6 years at least, while he was on the team, it was always Raphael Bush.
Oh, you missed it.
It was always Raphael Bush. That was my guy. I love the fact that he took Reggie Bush's number, so when people had those Bush jerseys, you can still wear 25. You can recycle.
Hey, he gonna be blessed for that too. He's a good guy.
He did something for the culture with that.
Yeah.
So anytime Raphael Bush would make an obscure play and snap off his chin strap, I would get hype. I would hit Roger up. We would go back and forth. Because that's I said his chin strap.
Oh, I thought you said his gill strap.
His gill straps. Kevin Gill straps. So, but the thing is, this man, hey, stop watching the game. The game is on DVR in the front. We can rewind.
I'm saying
do the podcast, my nigga. The podcast though, it'll be on.
All right,
we can watch it in a second. It's how TV work these days, though.
That's Lamar Jackson.
So anyway,
my bad.
We and Rogers' dude was Junior Gillette, and like it used to be like wasn't it Junior Gillette?
I had Junior Gillette before Junior Gillette was Junior Gillette.
Okay.
No, you didn't.
And that's kind of how the point is. The point is you pick a player on the Saints, and that's your dog. Mm-hmm. So regardless, like he can't be one of the best people, but when he make a play, you could point to all your friends, holler at him, and be like, "Son, my dog.
I told you.
Did you see my dog?
Yeah.
Did you see my dog though?"
Yeah.
So what we're gonna have is our official, really quick Saints draft, where we're going to
pick two people. Not doing 3. We said 3 at first. We're doing 2. Roger made the decision.
I think we should. I'm an advocate for 1. But
1?
Cool.
Let's do 2. You got 2, Raj?
I want 2.
You can have how many you want. If I want to do 1, I'm gonna do 1. No.
So now from here on and for the rest of the year, whenever we watching the Saints, we're gonna. If y'all see these players that we about to name cutting up, you could always be like, "Oh, that's Los dog."
No, we getting tattoos.
That's Al dog. That's Raj dog. So there we go. All right. So I think the only fair way to do this is a competitive game of rock paper scissors to see who goes first. Snake draft, 1 round, first, second, third, second, first, and we get our 2 players. Are y'all ready?
Right, let's
start. Let's start the rock paper scissors. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, shoot.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
I cover you.
So I'm done for that round. But
he out.
I'm not out. You gotta lose twice. You and Raj, go ahead.
Come on,
Raj.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now you gotta pick your hands up so we can see it. Cheater.
I got you. I covered you up.
I'm fine with that.
All right, so me and you, Raj, to see who go last.
Wait, this is retarded.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3
people.
Shoot.
I don't think I understand.
All right, I'll go last.
Roger lives.
I'll go last. All right.
The crazy part about this, everybody, is that Roger lives in Denver. Me and Al live in a place in Texas.
All right.
We live in Houston, and we are on. What is this?
Come on, we wasting time. Who you got? You got the first pick.
Oh, I got Ted again, Jr., man.
Then we say he was gonna get Ted again.
I want Ted.
We called this. We knew it. So Ted Ginn is gonna be
with Ted.
All right, when Ted Ginn go ball out, that's yours.
Give me Ted.
Oh, we forgot the rules. The rule was you can't pick Drew Brees. Michael Thomas can't guard Mike, who's all of our favorite. Kamara, who's the dopest nigga in the league.
Cam Jordan.
You can't pick Mark Ingram. You can't pick Marshawn Lattimore, and you can't pick Cam Jordan. They got to be somebody who you're not expecting it to happen. So, Raj, it is on you.
With the second pick in the 2018 Best Friend Weekend podcast, Saints draft.
Favorite
Rog
daddy.
Smuve selects DeMario Davis.
Oh!
Middle or outside linebacker, where they going to put him?
I think they'll put him on the weak side. No, on the strong side. I don't know. One of them.
Strong side.
The Jack.
Weak side.
Strong side.
Weak side.
Y'all already know where I'm going, and y'all know my rationale. I told both of y'all. With the third pick in the Best Friend Weekend Saints draft, Aldo NICE, Team NICE has selected Marcus Williams.
You bitch. You a hoe for that.
Listen, after Marcus Williams missed that tackle on Stephon Diggs, I think he's going to come back and be the doggiest dog of all. So when Marcus Williams dogs out for the Saints, understand that Al told y'all first.
I probably should have picked them first because y'all weren't going to pick Teddy.
Y'all knew where I was
Teddy's
going.
my favorite, dog.
This is snake draft.
We already said you was going to pick Ted again. We knew you was going to pick Ted again.
Yeah.
We knew you was going to pick Ted again. A snake draft works. You go last.
I was screaming Ted again the whole time.
So, and with his last pick in the Saints draft, even though I'm tempted to say another linebacker, I'm going to go with the often clowned Manti Te'o. Because I love his dance moves in the preseason. Please watch the video of Manti breaking it down in training camp. That boy was like, actually got rhythm big.
That was my
Manti Te'o. Both of mine on defense. Marcus Williams, Manti Te'o, when they ball out, every time I'm going to be like, that's my dog. Raj is back on you.
With his last pick in the 2018 Best Friend Weekend podcast Saints draft, Rog Smuve selects Cameron Meredith, wide receiver.
Okay.
Who going to have 30 more catches than Ted get?
All right. He ain't gonna have more yards though. I'm finna go all the way off the rails with this one. Since y'all took
That's
my
what you should do.
I'm gonna go off the rails.
That's how this is supposed to work.
I'm gonna go like this. This is coming from all the way left field with the hook, whatever. All right. With the last pick,
Mr. Irrelevant.
With the last pick of the Saints' favorite daddy draft.
You will never announce a draft.
With the Saints' favorite daddy. You sound like Jarius Robinson.
With the favorite daddy draft, right?
18-year-old.
I'm going to pick the field goal kicker, Will Lutz. I'm rocking with him. That's my
fine.
dude.
That's not way off the map, though, but I give
That's not way off the map.
That's my dude.
I mean, it's like 70% sure that he'll make the play that sends us to the Super Bowl. That's
my guy.
If Marcus Williams would have screwed up the season last year, we would have been celebrating Will Lutz hitting the field goal.
That's my guy. That's my guy.
They got a lot of other cats. The rookie receiver that we all gonna be big on. Ken Crawley. Ken Crawley is always going to be a dog.
Yeah.
I really hope. Look. All right. So I know I said let's not do 3 next week. Let's just pick one person. I'm gonna get a whole week.
No. Let's wait till the game right before the season so we can see and look at preseason and everything.
After preseason game 1. After preseason game 1,
we'll
pick one dude. But he gotta be off the map. Like he might not even make the team. Like you can't pick. You can't pick like Cameron Meredith, DeMario Davis, or gonna make the team.
Roger, Roger, if it's after preseason.
No. Marcus Williams, Manti Te'o, Will Lutz, and Ted Ginn are all probably gonna be the only one who might not make the team is Manti Te'o out of that group.
Like, crazy, Manti making the team.
The linebackers are that's all. But I get your point. Everybody's pretty much gonna make the team.
Catfish that are making the team.
You're right. We should pick somebody who's
left George Johnson.
Right?
Somebody like that.
Okay. So in
Sheldon Rankins. Sheldon Rankins is on the team. I'm tripping. That's not a good example.
So in 2 weeks,
Tommy Lee Lewis is a good example.
Yes.
Right.
In 2 weeks then. So in 2 weeks. All right? Let's do 2 weeks.
Okay. One other thing I want to say. We got like 3 things that I want to say before we get out of here. I'm only going to say 2. This one's been getting kicked down. It's not going to be there. One thing. We are going to have a Best Friend Weekend Fantasy Football League.
Yeah.
The first 9 of you who decide to join me, Los, and C.A.P. We're gonna put out a link.
C.A.P. in that bitch?
What about Raj?
No, yeah, me, Los, and C.A.P. Yeah, that's the same person.
Right.
Me, Los, and Raj.
I'm not.
We're going to put out a link, a bit.ly or something, I don't know, a tiny URL, and you guys can join the Best Friend Weekend Fantasy League. If you think you're nice with that fantasy football, we on it. I have one stipulation. If you are boycotting the NFL, you cannot be in our fantasy football league. We don't want you, okay? I'm sorry. We just don't want you. We don't want you getting your fill of NFL by playing fantasy football when you're not watching the games on Sunday. Because I feel like on some levels, Trump just eats that up and says, hey, you know why people aren't watching the NFL? Because I told them not to. Because they're kneeling for that anthem. And in reality, you're not watching it because you're supporting Kaepernick, but at the same time, you're making Trump look like he's winning. So I don't like that. And whatever. Watch that league, man. Watch it. Watch football. So there will be 3 divisions, and we're throwing that up real soon. Other thing I want to talk about, Raj, real quick. You said something a couple weeks ago, and I just want to reiterate how I've been turned on.
No homo?
Target clothing.
Right? The last 10 items of clothing that I've bought come from Target. Dope clothes.
Dude had on at a training, he had some shorts on, and I was like, damn, where you got them from? Target. Daniel. And he said, it is Goodfellas. And that man said, he was like, the Target daddy shorts, he was like, and this is how he said, he's like, they got big sizes, and they really short. And I was like, oh, I like short shorts. They're like 7 inches, like the short daddies. Mm-hmm. But they got all of their logo tees are cool, like their little tees with like just insignias, random stuff on it. Mm-hmm. They had a Tabasco New Iberian shirt in that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Target cutting. Target is the move. Target is the move for clothes, man.
I went to Target, and I don't never look in the women's section, but I was walking to the greeting cards.
You got a
to
dress.
The sympathy cards, actually. And I saw a woman's jacket, and I was like, damn, that's a dope woman's jacket right there. Bro, you go in there, just go in there and shop. Go look around.
So,
and the clothes are very plain. I don't like to wear brands. I don't like for my shirt to say whatever the brand is. Like, I want to wear plain stuff. Target is the wave.
Target's the move. So, Tammin Smeens and my sister Tanya both said this. They was like, the only issue is that we call it Target for a reason. Because it's like bougie. They was like, the clothes sometimes be too expensive to be at Target. There's like, sometimes you'll be like, damn, that's at Target. Why is that $39 for the jeans?
Not buying them for $39 from Target.
I'll show you some stuff in a second that I got from Target. When we go off air,
100%.
You're going to like it.
That
jacket I had for Best Friend Weekend with the furry daddy?
That bitch was from
Target.
No way. I'm trying to tell you.
Target.
That's 21.
You saying
Target.
That I wouldn't spend that much at Walmart. Go look at the clothes at Target and you're going to be like, damn, I got to have this shirt.
We're going to go to Target this weekend. Me and Los finna head out for a mini Best Friend Weekend to Wine Country. We're going to Fredericksburg. We're going to the tomorrow? Deep Ed is dead tomorrow. No, is it Deep Ed? Yeah, Deep Ed. We're going to the distillery. Yeah. We go to some wineries. Yeah, we're gonna go to Target. That's gonna be part of our trip, just to put you on.
Not a Target guy.
Well, you'll be.
You don't know. It's because you don't know.
He don't know. Therefore, he don't play. So cue that music for nothing nice to say.
If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Nothing nice to say, but Aldo NICE.
So listen, I've been working all week. I've been road tripping for the last 7 days. Houston to San Antonio to Dallas, back to Houston. I've been driving. It's been crazy. I just touched back in town. I kind of look scruffily-ish. So I go for my weekly appointment to the barbershop today. Matter of fact, C.A.P, a.k.a. Los, pulls up to the barbershop to meet me. I get there at 5:55. A dude gets out the chair, another dude gets in the chair. Next dude gets out the chair at 6:30, and my barber points at me and puts up one finger to say one more. And I responded to him with 2 fingers, saying deuces. And I got up and left. He texted me and was like, man, what's up, man? You could come tomorrow or something at 6:30. And I said, and I hit him back with I just thought I had a standing appointment at 6 o'clock. That's been that same way for the last 4 years. I don't understand why I'm coming in a barbershop and other people get in the chair. My point is just this. When I said I've been working all week, I've been chasing down bags.
Oh shit, here you go.
My time is money. I feel like me waiting in the barbershop for an hour worth of my time is it's 150. It's 150. An hour worth of this nigga time is $7.25 an hour. You better respect who in your shop and get big money in that goddamn chair. Cause I don't have nothing nice to say about fairness or equality. So I keep my hair growing for a few more days. And I won't say nothing at all. But I better be back in that 6 o'clock slot come next week.
I mean, that nigga, it's hour more than 7. Oh, it's the nigga who got in the chair.
Oh no, the barber time is worth a good $50, $60.
He's slow too though.
Yeah, he take his time.
He's slow.
I didn't like that. I got up. Look at my hair. I got it. I look like a wild person. I
noticed it. But like you don't look bad.
My thing. Go ahead.
This is my question. Does your barber listen to the podcast?
He tells people about the podcast. He promotes the podcast. We go back and forth with cross promotion, but I don't think he sits down and listens to it.
Well, then you should send him a sound clip
of that.
Nothing like that. Matter of fact, does he follow you on Facebook?
Of course, of Instagram.
Then you need to make that a nothing nice to say visual.
No, one thing. Listen,
hey man, that's like coming at your old lady on social media.
It's worse than coming at your old lady though.
That's your barber.
Nah, bro. You know niggas is way
I'm
more.
venting about my old lady right now. What's happening, dog? You don't want
niggas is way more faithful to their barber than they are their old lady. Bro.
That nigga might cut me, dog. I don't want him to.
Not Milos. I'm good.
I don't want him to. I don't want to get cut.
He don't give a damn. But I'm saying niggas go to their barber for 10 years and then switched old ladies 3-4 times. Like, bruh, no, don't play with that.
That's my barber, dog.
But I mean, it ain't like you just give him.
Like T.O. said, that's my quarterback. That's my barber.
But you ain't paying nigga 30 though. You ain't dropping that 30. You don't know.
No, I don't. That's part of it. I only pay him 20 because like we've been having a long. Even though it say 25 for just your haircut and 5 for the beard, I'm supposed to pay him 30. I only pay him 20 because I've been there since $10 days.
And that's why he slides your ass on, right there.
But I tip you
$5,
25.
That's why he slides your ass on.
But look at them old dirty looking cats who was in that chair.
Them boys, you look just like you.
Them boys, he needed to spray something in that chair. That's why I didn't want to sit down for real.
I'm not gonna say the ethnicity of those guys. Cause that was a whole nother part. 3-4.
So do you think it was African dust?
It was definitely African dust, but it wasn't in the chair.
It was all
the Clippers.
It was.
And on the floor.
And be on the lookout for that link that we're going to send about the Best Friend Weekend Fantasy League.
Hey, Best Friend Weekend.
Oh, yeah. We said this was going to be the time we started promoting.
Atlanta.
This week, I will start putting out the visuals.
The Saints.
Best Friend Weekend, Atlanta.
21st, Friday 21st. We got a party that night. Saturday night. We doing something. We in the works of getting a party that night. Sunday night after the game.
Of course we're getting a section, but guess what? We're going to do it a lot more efficiently this time. Yeah, we're going to get all the money prior to.
All cash.
Randy Moss.
Straight
cash.
Straight cash, homie.
Cash. So bring your cash. Let us know. Hey, you got till the 1st. Let us know if you coming so we can see what we doing.
Yeah, we got to make sure we get the right kind of Airbnb.
Yeah.
And not necessarily saying that you can stay with us, but a place that they might have multiple Airbnbs in a close vicinity so we can get multiple ones.
Let us know so we can work this out, man. It's going down. It's going to be a good time. We're going to be out here handing out baby Bibles, trying to save lives in Saint T-shirts.
and really just cheering for Marcus Williams and Manti Te'o the whole time.
We're definitely going for Will Lutz and Teddy Daddy.
Will Lutz got every capability to be a GOAT, but I guess Marcus Williams was the biggest GOAT of last season, so it don't even matter. Hey, same time. Oh, before we get out of here, one more thing. The Trayvon documentary is on BET. I didn't see it yet. I've been gone all week. But this Monday, be prepared. I think we're going to drop something on, I think, Investigation Discovery. The Victor White story is coming on TV, man. They say that it can't happen to you. Well, it happened in our hometown, man. In New Iberia, was a
I'm from Shreveport.
There was a very Trayvon Martin, Sandra Bland type situation where a young black man died in police custody. That happened about 4 years ago. There's gonna be a whole documentary on it this week, and I want to have a talk.
Yeah.
And I want us to kind of unpack that on air.
Definitely.
So be prepared for like a surprise drop, and I guess it's not a surprise because I'm saying it.
20-minute there.
Yeah. Don't be surprised for a drop coming up this week because we're gonna get to it. So
we might even film that thing.
yeah, check y'all out real soon.
Roz, what you got?
Signing off.